Hello, everybody. Sage here. Um, I wanted to do, and I think it's been done over and over again, but I'm just kind of curious what my cards are going to say, and it's what it's most likely going to do is just be kind of a confirmation of what everybody thinks anyway. But who knows? I just thought it would be interesting. But let me start off. This is going to be about the. I want to know about the 111-minute phone call between Chris Watts and Nichol Kessinger the night before the unalivings on August 13th, 2018. So this is all alleged, my opinion, not facts. So what kind of got me interested in this, well, several things really, is what did they have to talk about, and why are they just being so evasive about what they were talking about, right? I mean, it's pretty obvious they're both evasive. In fact, they parroted one another when they were asked about it by law enforcement. Like, NK, she was like, "Oh, we talk about so much random stuff. I don't remember what we talked about." And Chris pretty much told the same exact thing. And I'm like, that was a parroting that's like, something that they planned to say. So also, I came across a text that was found on Nichol Kessinger's phone. After she had deleted all that stuff off of her phone, there was one that they had retrieved, and it's interesting. It said, quote, "I want to be a part of it. Being in your life is something I crave," unquote. I'm like, wow. It could mean, who knows what that really, pertained to, but we can kind of assume or speculate what she meant by that. And it just kind of brings me to think, like, Nikki, why? To quote you, why? Sorry, I had to do it, you guys, but it's like, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but Chris Watts eats his own flippin' earwax. Google it. It's disgusting. And to all the ladies that like to put Chris Watts on a pedestal in prison and write him letters and profess their, oh my gosh, their undying love to him, why don't you chew on that for a little bit? Look up that video. Just Google Chris Watts eats his own earwax. Google it. It's so gross. So I digress. Let's get back to the 111-minute phone call. Again, all alleged, my opinion, not facts. And again, it probably will just be a confirmation of what everybody, who knows? Who knows what this reading is going to pull up. But I'm curious. And I also, what I want to do is do the spirit box application and ask my guides some questions regarding it. So we'll see how that all comes about. So I'm using the cards and the hope application. Also, I was wanting to, I got all the equipment to put together my own spirit box with amp and everything, but I am missing one connector, so I had to order it from Amazon, and living in Alaska, it's going to take until Friday for it to get here. So, all right, here we go. 111-minute phone call cards. 111-minute phone call. All right, and this is the Marie Lenormand deck. Oh, okay. All right, first off the bat, they're talking about their love for each other, their plans, and all the fun that they're going to have together. That's what the flowers represents. The heart represents love. The lady is representing NK. And guess what's behind NK? This is all about the 111-minute phone call, mind you. This is what the spread is about, you guys. So right behind NK is the coffin. I kid you not. You saw me shuffle. Yep. Aspirations, laying plans. The anchor, lilies, is peace and tranquility, and luck. They're, talking about, if we luck out, this is, hopefully we'll luck out and our plans will come to fruition. I see a lot of planning involved and a lot of, future plans and professing love and happiness. Oh, right below the heart is the fox. What does the fox do? It's smart and deceitful. The book, information, the lady over the scythe, danger in this spread so far. Birds. Okay, the birds represent, and it's below the coffin, the birds represent electronic communication. And that could mean cell phones, computers, any type of electronic type of communication. So this is just an affirmation that this is about the 111-minute phone call. House. Ooh. Key. Mountain. Ring. Child. Mice. Oh, she did not like the fact that he had kids at all. She did not like those children. Money. Okay, let me finish putting all this out before I say any more. Despair underneath the children. Doubts, fears. Okay. Ooh, okay. Okay, the gentleman here, this represents CW, and he's looking towards the moon. And like I said before, I don't necessarily look at the meanings that the cards give me in the instruction booklet. I create my own. I have created my own meanings. And over the years, that's just kind of how I learned what worked best for me and how I do these. So, like, the moon, and these cards' meanings will change in relation to like the patterns that are involved with these cards. So anyway, the gentleman is looking to the moon, and so the moon is lots of emotion, strong emotion, and then he's trying to, like, the garden is it's learning, it's trying to keep a plan. It's like keep a plan in focus, okay? Because next to that is the snake, and that is something that is, what does a snake do? It slithers on the ground, it hides under rocks, it hides in the grass, and the birch right above it is an action. So a plan of action that is not the most love and light. It's all darkness. It's darkness that's involved here. And I gotta tell you, the tower is next to it, so he knew that the possibility of going to jail and prison for the rest of his life was, and her too, was something that was you know, well, of course she's going to think of it that way too, because just in case, it's like, well, if we don't get away with it, then, there's, prison in our future kind of a thing. And he wanted to reassure. So there's what I see when I do these cards, and when I start interpreting them, I start seeing little snippets in my mind of like, in hearing, like little snippets and feelings and emotions. But I'm seeing a lot of, I'll make sure you're not going to go down for this if we don't get away with it. There's lots of reassurance going on. Um, like I said, lots of planning. And I got to tell you, there's definitely a confirmation of ultimatums. That's another scythe meaning. Ultimatums, and then next to the scythe, or at the corner of the scythe, is the mice, and that's like an ultimatum, a spoken ultimatum. Um, let's see here. So, you guys, it is definitely lots of planning. Who's going to do what? How? Where are we going to meet up? And I got to tell you, there's talk of deleting their phone messages that night, because initially, I mean, and I don't know exactly when NK deleted all of that stuff off of her phone before police was able to get their hands on it for evidence. But they talked about that night. So that's another thing they did, was they talked about deleting all that information off of their phones. NK was not 100% aware that their job was privy to their affair. There's always, I hear her kind of saying, there's always that possibility that people will talk. Let's get rid of our phone information, and, so that, this isn't going to work. This isn't going to be evidence used against us, kind of a thing. So they had that plan going from the very beginning on erasing their phone. So what she told police about, oh yeah, well, I just thought he was icky, and after he lied to me, and I had to delete all that stuff from him because he just grossed me out, or whatever she said. It's just a lie, 100% a lie. Let's see here, what else? Talk of alibis. Talk of when they're going to sell when he's going to sell the house, and what they can do for, with that money. And of course they went over where, the apartments and stuff, and there was lots of talk that night, but a lot of it went over plan of action on what they were going to do. And that phone call was extended because Shanann had texted Chris stating that her plane, something was going on with the plane. I don't remember exactly what happened, but she was going to be late, and she was supposed to be home earlier than what she had initially, than what she ended up coming home. So they just extended their phone call, and was able to talk more, and reaffirm plans, and all that. It's just despicable and gross. I'm definitely going to cleanse myself after this reading. So, lots of fantasizing. Um, you know, oh, it's like they're going over who's going to deal with who and how. And I think I said it before, and I'm talking about alibis. Oh, and I see yuck. Ugh. I see phone, sex. And her giggle, lots of that giggle. It's just that horrible, horrible, creepy giggle. I've got to stop this, you guys. This is just horrible. So yeah, she remembered. He remembered. They remembered this phone call. Of course, they're not going to state specifics on what they talked about because it was nefarious plans. Yeah, he had already told her that night that if they get caught, he will never implicate her. He will never do that to her. He reassured her of that. And he stuck to his promise, didn't he? So far, pretty much. Ew. All right. Well, lots of terrible. I gotta tell you guys, NK was so jealous of his, well, of course of Shanann, but also of those babies. Nico, Bella and Celeste. She was so green with jealousy, envy. She did not want Chris to have any thoughts of anyone but her. She wanted him to be obsessed with her. That was her goal at that time. During this phone call, there was lots of talk and giggle. Oh, her giggle is just horrible. Yeah. Yeah, you guys, this is just a lot of confirmation of what we pretty much all knew. I'd sure like to switch to, the Miracle Box app, and I'll put it on top of the cards here. So, the Miracle Box by Huff Paranormal, official app designed by Steve Huff. Go to huffparanormal.com for more info. I want to ask my spirit guides to see if they can give us any more direction on what was possibly stated in that phone call, just to kind of see the possibility if they can give us any more information. Again, hopefully next week I'll have a regular spirit box put together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to video it and then fire it up right off the bat to see if we can get it to work while I have it videoing. So anyway, it's neither here nor there. Let's get on with this. All right, spirit guides. I know one of my spirit guides I want to speak to, an elderly lady. Whoops. This has like different vocals for different genders: elderly, young, male, female. Anyway, so the Miracle Box. Let's see here. Start. Hello. I'd like to speak to my guides regarding some information. Only love and light to enter here. Nothing dark that is attached to the Chris Watts case that's attached to Nichol Kessinger is allowed. Only my guides are allowed, and love and light only. Please help us retrieve some information regarding the 111-minute phone call between Chris Watts and Nichol Kessinger the night before Shanann Watts and her babies were unalived. Hello, is there anybody here with me? Okay, we turn on the microphone. Okay. I thought I heard a yes. All right. Would you be able to give us information regarding what was talked about in this phone call? This is going to be the phone call between Nichol Kessinger and Chris Watts. It will be it's like August 12th, 2018, the night of, before they were, Shanann and her babies were unalived. Would you be able to tell us what they were talking about? Okay. Were they making plans to unalive Shanann and the babies? Okay. Were they talking about alibis? Okay. All right. Did they decide that night who was going to unalive the girls? Guides, would you be able to tell me who unalived the girls? Okay. Was Chris Watts and Nichol Kessinger, when they were talking on the phone that night, were they planning on blowing up Survey 319? Okay. All right. I'm kind of curious about something. Guides, this is unrelated to the phone call, but I'm curious if Chris Watts never would have met Nichol Kessinger, would he have unalived his family? Okay. All right. Okay. Did Nichol Kessinger give Chris an ultimatum to unalive his family? Okay. If I have one more question, and then I'll end this session. If Nicole Atkinson wouldn't have alerted police the day that Shanann and the babies went missing, would Chris Watts and Nichol Kessinger, would they have gotten away with what they did? Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. I appreciate the information you brought forward to us in love and light. And I end this session in love and light. All right, everybody. So I need to re-listen to this, and because usually on playback I'm able to hear what the miracle box is saying. It's just a weird phenomenon. I mean, it's not, I can't really hear when it's being spoken to in real time, but when I play it back in a recording, I hear it plain as day. So anyway, I want to remind everybody about the contest for a free reading for half an hour. It's an $80 reading that I usually charge is $80, and I do FaceTime. Go into the community section on my YouTube channel, and you can put in your chosen number in the section that it's titled, to put it under for the contest. So good luck, everybody, with that. And just a friendly reminder, if you're going to play, you need to subscribe to my channel. Only subscribers are allowed to play this game, this contest. So anyway, thank you so much. Subscribe, like, comment on this, and let me know what you think. Thanks, everybody. Love to all my subscribers. I have the best ones ever. Love and light to you all, and Sage out. Thank you.